So I'm sure some of you might be wondering, since I clearly had a spare headset around, do I really have to ask for one for my birthday? Depends. I'm not sure I trust this device to not give me pressure sores. But I suppose that I can give that a shot and see what happens. But do I want pressure sores on my birthday? No, I don't. But I suppose it's better than some of the shit I could be dealing with. I could be dealing with so much worse. I mean, honestly, guys, trust me, I've been there. Where are those? Who are those? Where are the? This is getting ridiculous. Does anyone think I'm possessed? I mean, honestly, I cannot say that I'm not possessed. But I can tell you that, I can probably fake it. Maybe like, what? I could probably pretend I could probably pretend that I'm possessed on April 1st. What do you mean it's not April 1st? Yeah, give me a year, and if this country is still stable enough, I might pretend. At least in some form, I might make a joke. But it really depends. I do feel more sane recording with a headset, though. I said this to ChatGPT. By the way, I hate ChatGPT. I just, it's like a necessary evil sometimes to me. And you may be like, no, it's not. It's really not. Oh, really? I don't think that a normal search engine can possibly answer some of my stupid questions. Although I could switch LLMs. They would also piss me off. Why do you think I went to ChatGPT? It answered my questions. Google Gemini was like, no, I'm not answering this. Okay, Google Gemini, that's why I switched to ChatGPT, because it did. But ChatGPT wants me to be reasonable, and I'm too much of a bitch to be reasonable. But when I calm down, sometimes I do think it has a point. Arg, where are those goons who stole Yugi's cards? Look, that's... It's Rex and Weevil. Don't tell me those are the ones who stole the Egyptian god cards. Well, Weevil does seem like the kind of person that would, right? Except they're about to find out something very terrifying. And, who am I talking about? Because I could be talking about everyone there. Considering how I just talked, honestly. And I would say some shit. Wait, hold on. You know, I used to wish that... Dude, I honestly wanted Merrick to have more screen time. And you might be like, why? And because I wanted to see more of what he's like when he's not a villain. But what other reason is there? The fact that I was an obsessed bitch? There's that reason. But it would be interesting to see how he'd respond to the Egyptian god cards being stolen. I bet he would be infuriated and pissed. I mean, I should hope so. I should hope he would be pissed over it. It would be a nice way to, flesh out his character. You might be like, isn't he fleshed out enough? No. No, he's not, apparently. Says my brain. But you know what? I am moving on. Sort of. The age of destruction is here. No, I don't want this to be the age of destruction. Can we stop it? No. Why do they get to stop the age of destruction, but we don't? I'm mad. Why do I have to say that like people don't already know? It's obvious. Dude, what? Dude, it's honestly a coincidence that Kaiba's interaction with Alister took the longest. It was not planned, I swear. I don't even remember some of the shit I said at first. Soon your souls will be offered to the great beast. Oh, I do remember insulting Christianity. I think that you guys will hear that video. I don't think I need to re-record it because I think that that was before something happened to my volume. I wonder if Noah had something to do with my device failure. I mean, I insulted Christianity, so, you know, he could have done that out of spite because of who he's named after. You think I don't know that he's named after that, Noah? At first I was like, maybe not. But then there are all these references, and I'm just like, yeah, that's why he's called Noah. That is the inspiration behind his character. Except I don't think Noah had a god complex in the Bible. I don't remember him having one. But I wouldn't know, would I? Did I read it? Some of it. Maybe like some of it? What does that mean? It means that I suffered in college. That's what it means. College made me read Genesis. I was in pain. But at least I understood what I was reading. And that's one reason I also kept reading the Epic of Gilgamesh. I did so many assignments on the Epic of Gilgamesh just because I could understand it. But I still have no idea what happens to Ishtar's other lovers. Ishtar, what happens to those other lovers of yours that Gilgamesh was talking about? I just want to know. I want to know. I don't think the epic ever went into that. That's the problem when you have a male protagonist. They don't always... Oh my god. That's not actually... Okay. Oh my god, that's so disrespectful to the origin culture. Our souls? Who's there? Show yourself. We are the ones who wields the light of the Orichalcos to cleanse the world. We are the 3 guardians of Doma. Okay, listen. You are 2 of the 3 guardians of Doma. I insulted, you know, I talk shit, but now that I've been forced to re-record this, what the hell? I mean, yeah, I know you can talk about someone while he's missing in action, but you can't possibly blame someone's confusion when there are just 2 of you instead of the 3. Like, what the hell? You expect people to understand that there are just the 2 of you and there's a 3rd one missing? Just, you know, doing whatever. I don't even know why Alister was there. I still don't know why. I guess it's just easy that way. All that research. You know, maybe that was why he was there. Maybe Alister was there doing research on all sorts of shit. Maybe that's the explanation. I should probably actually rewatch him. All of it, and not just a Duelist Kingdom. Oh. Oh yeah, I said something cursed, and I'm not sure if you guys will get to hear it. I think everyone would prefer if I continued and stopped padding. I'm sorry, guys, but this is my personality. Why should I make content if, you know, all I'm doing is recording the lines? I should add something unique, or why else would you bother watching my videos? You would just watch someone else's. You wouldn't need to watch mine. I'm supposed to be bringing a personality to everything I touch. A personality that ideally surpasses this card game. But ignoring that, as I've been lazy, I'm going to continue. 3. Do you know how to count? Because I only see 2 of you. Yeah, they probably should have spoken better English. The other is on a special mission. Then why did you phrase it like 3 of you? Dude, what? Why phrase it that way? Why phrase it that way? Seriously. If all 3 of you aren't there, then what was the point of me roasting Joey? What was the point? It was you that just... You need to learn how to communicate better. Honestly. You've got issues. I don't remember what they are, though. Oh my god. The Egyptian god cards don't belong to you. Exactly. They'll try to kill you if you try to summon one. Sorry to disappoint you, but they serve a new master now. They do not serve a new master. They don't. No. And the last guy that said that was full of shit. I honestly think that he should have died. Did he die? The fact I don't even remember the answer to that question is, Guys, my memory will go back to normal at some point. I'm having, I don't exactly know how to explain this, but let's just say that I go through a lot of weird shit. I mean, I believe in spirits. You guys should know that if I believe in spirits, I definitely have my reasons for that, but, I mean, I've never seen one. So you might be like, then why do you believe in them? That is a story I can't fully explain. I would like to see them if, you know, they're there. Which I believe they are, but we're going to ignore that. And because if I ever can see spirits for any reason, does that mean I have to start screaming? No, I won't actually scream. Probably. I don't think that's going to happen, okay? I might jump in shock or something, but I don't think I'm going to scream. I think that I've got enough sanity, or okay, listen, I've just got issues. You guys know that. I'm not the only one here with issues. But these question marks are just, bro, I know your name, I know his name. I do not need these question marks. And darts, I don't need those either. Darts, I know who you are. What are these question marks? The question marks. Anyway, moving on. But if you think you've got what it takes to win back your Egyptian god cards, face your foe. Well, he does get back his Egyptian god cards. I know he does. It's just obvious. Because Atom goes off to the afterlife. And I apparently missed the entire message of this series. Because I had issues. Yeah, I had issues. And, even by the standards of my age at that time, I'm just like, the fuck? What? But I think I sensed something. I mean, honestly, listen guys, I'm gonna say something right now, and, you may not believe this, but growing up, I thought that everyone hated the United States. I thought everyone hated us. I don't know why, but, I said in therapy that the earliest reason I can think of is 9/11. But I think that my brain was a bit early to that conversation. I mean, honestly. Although I'm not sure if I can say that every country hates us, but I can certainly say that a lot do. Especially now. And I was just so early to that conclusion. What gave me the idea that I knew for sure that everyone hated us? Oh my god, I don't even remember what I was doing on 9/11. I was at school. That's all I know. That's it. I don't know how I felt. I don't have any lingering memories, except I just thought that everyone hated us. I don't know the context for that. But I blame 9/11 because that's the earliest reason I can think of that would plant that in a child's head. But if you think you've got what it takes to win back your Egyptian god cards, face your foe. I've been waiting for you, Yugi Moto. Or should I say, the Pharaoh. No way! How does he know about the Pharaoh? Sounds like... Dude, is this entire plot line seriously related to, like, Atlantis or some shit? I mean, I'm saying that, but because I think that does Atlantis predate ancient Egypt? Is it older? I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that the legend was made up by, well, it was a philosophical argument or something. I think Plato made it up. Some people don't fully think that he did. And by that I mean some people actually believe that Atlantis existed. And maybe it did. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't at the beginning of this planet's development. I haven't seen any continents that... Okay, people really just make their case that it's impossible for any civilization like Atlantis to have existed. But, I mean, that doesn't stop the plot. That doesn't stop the inspiration to make legends about it. Do I even know what darts is supposed to... I don't know if this has anything to do with Atlantis. Why am I even bringing it up? Can I at least stay within the pantheon? No, I can't. I brought up the Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay, well, I could understand it. That was the basis of me reading it and doing a bunch of assignments on it. Although I did have to put in some effort to understand something else besides just the text I could understand. Yeah, that was painful. Very, very painful. Anyway, let's move on. How does he know about the Pharaoh? Well, Yugi, I think we're going to find out that pharaohs can go down in history. I don't know if you know this, but plenty of pharaohs exist in history books. Oh my god, like Yugi wouldn't know. My name is Goremo. I possess something that you want. The 3 Egyptian god cards. Okay. How did you get those? And you possess something that I desire. Your soul. Listen closely, for I'll only say this once. The Egyptian gods possess a power far more dangerous than you could ever understand. Exactly, they possess so much power. In fact, I would argue that a lot of them possess a power more dangerous than they could ever understand. But this series only covers a handful of those. Yes, I've got to be that obnoxious. What, you think I can't form a legitimate interest in a country's history just because of a card game anime series? That's the same logic you would use to think that I can't form a legitimate interest just because of its one series. Oh my god. I wonder if my tarot deck can tell me why I'm so pissed. Do I have a reading saved of that? I think I need to ask that question again. I'm so mad. I'd suggest you hand them over before someone gets hurt. I'm well aware of their ancient powers. If you want them back, you'll have to face me in a duel. And then get wrecked. Like you deserve. You deserve to get wrecked, honestly. Okay, what is the deal with it? Dude, Alister, are you going to explain yourself? Because I'm pretty sure I'm full of shit. Seto. And Mokuba, you were there too? Why do I not remember this? Alister, did you kidnap Mokuba? Oh my god! Never mind. Never mind. That probably was Pegasus. I just thought something had happened to him. But not yet, apparently. Alright. Well, what is this yet? We don't even know. Wait, hold on. Anyway, moving on. Wait, hold up. I don't actually believe that's Pegasus. I just think someone knows their mannerisms. So how much time did Alister spend around Pegasus before he was taken care of so he could do this? Also, I'm making up bullshit. I do not think this is actually why Alister came here. Well, my memory is trash. But it will eventually go back to normal. Well, some kind of normal. My memory has always been trash, so don't expect it to get too much better, okay? I'm still in my 30s. Kaiba boy, Mokuba boy, how lovely to see you again. Kaiba is what, 16 and you're 24? I don't even know how you're 24. I thought you were older than that because of your language. Honestly, the way that you were talking, like, so weird. You know what? You probably spend a lot of time alone. Why do I think that wouldn't cause you to become weird? I mean, honestly, it caused me to become weird. I am especially weird because of all that time I spent alone. I spent a lot of time alone. And you might be wondering if that is referencing a recent period in my life. No. I'm talking about when I was a child. I was a child! That's what I'm talking about. Right now, I seem to be mostly fine, though I can't explain why. Not in terms that most people would take seriously. And thanks for that. I'm currently dealing with, personal issues. I'm sure you guys already know this, but some of those personal issues revolve around the fact that, well, I deal with shit that not everyone does, and it sucks. It sucks. You know, I really like when I can say relatable. Wait, the last time I said relatable was when someone had a terrible sense of direction, and I'm just like, relatable. No, I don't think that's something I should be glad I relate to. I'm not. Oh my god. Anyway, at least that individual, probably has a bit more help getting around compared to me, even though I have a phone and a map from Google. A map that I can barely read properly, apparently. Like, I don't understand how to read a map. I don't know how to use a compass. My sense of direction is terrible. It's amazing. Seriously. So you think it's lovely to see them again? I think you're the imposter. I'm voting you off ship, Alister. You're the imposter. Although I'm not sure how you pulled this off. I know you're the one who's been ruining my reputation by starting this monster scare. He's starting the monster scare. Right. I'm going to say something to you, Kaiba. I don't think Pegasus has that kind of power. Seriously. He had his eye ripped out, I'm pretty sure very painfully. And I mean, in the manga, that incident caused him to die, so, yeah. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about his eye getting ripped out, well, I've got a weird obsession with eyes. That's why I remember Yami Bakura's event. Because of just how cute eyes look to me. They just look so cute. What, you thought that I don't have a creepy side? Dude, listen. My taste is very obvious. You know I've got some creepy taste, okay? I did not make that subtle at all during any of my videos. I never tried to hide it. Although it was kind of painful, especially at first. And it's still painful, but whatever. Whatever. My pain is something that Alister can never control or start. I was in pain before I started recording. Sorry. You guys probably heard, my hand moving against my microphone. If you heard that, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I've got some tendencies. I got 5 gems out of a weird thing that I do sometimes, which is clicking randomly on the screen. I'm pretty sure it comes from cutscenes I could not skip. I don't think I can ever confirm that theory, because I don't think it's true. I think I can safely debunk that by the fact that I just click random locations on my screen. How did that habit start? And how does playing this game give me anything of value for having that weird abnormal skill? Konami doesn't even know I've got that weird ability. I'm probably the only person that didn't need to be told about it in game. Because there is an NPC that tells you about it. But, I mean, I didn't have to be told that. I've got this weird skill where I just click randomly and I got gems out of it. I was trying to click on the seal of Orichalcos. I was trying to click on the Orichalcos symbol. And I fail at clicking where I'm supposed to be clicking. And then YouTube wonders why I use an ad blocker. YouTube, I use an ad blocker so I don't do anything too stupid. By the way, I do stupid shit on occasion, but honestly, you shouldn't blame someone for something they probably didn't actually do. Was that ever in Pegasus' skill set? Kaiba, did he ever actually do that? Kaiba, you know he is called Industrial Illusions. Okay, Pegasus, your corporation is called Industrial Illusions. I think that Kaiba is using this against you. I'm joking. You made it look like dual monsters are taking over the world, just to get some attention. No, I think that's actually a thing that's true. I think someone has the power to bring them to life, and not just be spirits. Something that predates the fact that I'm very... You know, DM lost its control over me the minute I stopped being as obsessed with Merrick. I mean, the minute I stopped being obsessed with Merrick, I'm just like, I am in excruciating pain. But the good kind, where at least I don't feel change anymore. I can move on! Yeah. We're going to ignore the fact that I relate to everyone that has ever suffered at all. And, yeah. You know how much bullshit Merrick has had to deal with? And that means I relate to him. I relate to Kaiba to some extent, for some reason. I relate to Alister because he's been through pain. A lot of it. Apparently enough pain to, decide he wants to cause me true suffering. Even though... Bitch, no. You don't play that game with me. You're not doing it. So, Pegasus wants attention. Well, I mean, I imagine that makes sense. He's always here at this castle. If he wanted attention, this is a completely viable way to do it. A viable way to do it. Didn't I just question Pegasus' skill set? Bruh, I've got some shit I have to get my facts in order. But I think that I am at least completing my train of thought properly, except that one time where I didn't, but I think I had to scrap that video. I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway, guys, I've got to end this video because it's just so long. I will start a new video that will hopefully be less long.